everybody, my name is AhnoldRunningMan. I hope you're all having a swell time in all good things, yes of course. Division 2 is coming with a drastic change in balancing once again. Now, there are tons of people understandably in uproar of these changes, myself included, not so much, but I came to the realization of something. If you're not already playing this game, Division 2, this update will do nothing for you to come back. Full stop. If you're wanting more content, like incursions, raids, or expansions, go back to something else. You're not missing much right now. By the time they actually add content worth playing, like raids, incursions, and expansions, these balances are going to be so different, mark my words. That is if Division 2 can survive Ubisoft's fall from grace right now. These new season modifiers are interesting, as it can add a bit to the replayability, but nothing substantial, as you're still fighting the same enemy types. These modifiers are great for trying different builds, as they can boost them, and having the ability to still play the game without it is a plus, so thank God for the choices. I can also see this as a way for the devs to test different things for players to experiment with, to further understand what works and what doesn't. This is a plus, we need these. However, seeing as how this will be a season-long modifier with no changes for 3.5 months, just tells me it's going to be stale fast. Now, positives here. I like the new Manhunt Scouts. I was actually asking for this change in the exact way they implemented it. So I'm pretty stoked about that. These current changes are drastic, but I'm starting to see a theme here. I've been playing Space Marine 2 for a while now, and seeing Helldivers drastically shift their nerfing train in a clear response to Space Marine 2 is comical. Then I noticed there was an update coming to Helldivers as a harder difficulty to go along with the huge buffs they reinstated, because obviously it was just all these buffs, it's gonna be too easy. Then, I don't know what's going on, but these studios must have gotten a memo to change up how people play, as nerfs and balancing seem to be a growing topic among these types of games. And there's going to be updates to Space Marine 2 changing up things too. Who knows if they're going to nerf the Melta Blaster? I hope they don't, but I hope they don't. However, there is a bigger problem that puts the Division 2 team in a corner that I don't think they can ever get out of. Expertise. This mechanic can make or break the amount of power you can have in this game. What makes it worse is that you have to spend exotic components to gain this power for your gear and weapons. For your gear, you get armor. For your weapons, you get more weapon damage. There is only one guaranteed way to get this rare component, and that's projects. And of course, you can go around farming stuff, getting exotics, and breaking them down for exotic components, but there's one actual guaranteed way to always get components, and that's projects. Luckily, you can do projects on every character slot you have, increasing the amount as well as deleting a character and boosting them up just to get the projects, and just keep doing it over and over and over again. Now, that's a lot of work and tedious to boot. At the same time, you're not playing the game by doing that. You're just gaming the system. That is also a very common theme in this game. When it comes to XP, there are ways to get a ton, but in most cases, it's bordering abuse of a mechanic. When it comes to getting a metric fuck ton of materials, you can rerun Warlords of New York, or better yet, have a friend boost you in as little as 10 minutes. I'm not joking, there are ways. Do you see the pattern here? To get anywhere fast in this game, and arguably more efficiently, you have to game the system over actually just playing it. In some aspects, that might be fun for you, but personally, I miss getting massively rewarded for doing, let's say, a legendary difficulty mission, or an incursion, or a raid even. The downside of that is the loot pool is so undesirable now, it's all just materials. It's all scrap for materials, that's all it is. What's really the point? other than carrying someone new through it all so that they can get all the things that they want, or get all the things that you have. Now you're going to nerf and buff in all the weird places, and for people like me who have spent a ton of time getting these exotic components to boost my damage and my armor, kinda makes this mechanic redundant. Ever since they started the Broken Wings update, I stopped 100% investing my gear and weapons. It was clear they were going to start nerfing things again. If I'm being honest though, these changes are valid, as they are going through the weapon attachments and changing those up by a lot. Critical hit chance is like 10, critical hit damage is 10, and they're upping the reload speed, the handling, whatever. Like, that's crazy what they're doing. But that opens up a problem. How is that going to affect the gear? Well, now they have to nerf it now. Crap, we nerfed the gear. How do we justify this? You can't, thanks to expertise. Eventually, we're going to get to 100 expertise at some point if this game survives Ubisoft's current downfall, thanks to Assassin's Creed and Star Wars Outlaws. At that point, what on earth is going to be left to balance when you can simply just use that system to make it good, or worse, waste your time? What can they do in this situation? What? I can already read the comments. Bro, this is a 6-year-old game, it's dead. In a world where Guild Wars 2, World of Warcraft, and the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV MMO exist, Ubisoft should be looking at Division 2 in that same aspect. I truly do not want Division 3 anytime soon. As I've constantly stated, Division 3 is not the fix that you think it's going to be. What else is there to do for this franchise other than just adding expansions? What do you honestly think Division 3 is going to be? What? Are we going to Alabama? A war-torn Texas? Are we going to the future and the virus actually created zombies? I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. If anything, I would really love a single-player experience exploring what the Black Tusk is. Are they truly a Black Ops, or are they a shadow government that has ties with the Illuminati? Hell, I would love an origin story of an agent just getting activated. Just tell me a good story. All in all, I think this team has a lot cut out for them. I gotta give Yannick props for standing up for this game when it was found out that Ubisoft was going to cut the cord. And the balance changes are not permanent, so keep that in mind. At least they're trying to find ways to change up the game. And I also don't think these changes are that drastic, but again, unless you're not already playing this game, this update will do nothing for you to come back. My name is AhnoldRunningMan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and sub for future videos. If today was your birthday today, or any other day and you decide to stream, upload on this channel, then of course, have yourself an amazing, damn good, happy birthday. Autobots, transform and roll on.